Greetings, Rigil Agateiades here. A while ago we got on the Boo G, who's fortunate enough to get a couple of really effective buffs. But today, we talk about a mobile suit who's a little less lucky. This is the support type who's unfortunate enough to live under the constant fear of getting butchered by the entirety of the Zeonic Swimming Club, the 350 cost support type, Guncannon Aqua Thunderbolt version. Being a Federation mobile suit means you're not going to have an easy life, but there's nothing worse than being an aquatic one. With pretty much every corner of the sea ironically controlled by the people from space, it's like everything there wants to kill you. A bit like Australia. The good news for this unfortunate Guncannon Aqua is that it got buffed a while ago in an adjustment pack. Bad news is that they weren't quite enough, and that's what we're talking about today. So, what are the buffs exactly? First of all, we have the base health, increased by 1,000 to 15,000. Nothing much noteworthy here, so we move on to the more important part, the weapon buffs. The first weapon to be buffed is the Guncannon Aqua Needle Gun. The damage per shot is increased from 250 to 300, so the total damage is increased by 1/5. The reload time is also reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds, adding a lot more damage to this weapon. Except it still doesn't do much. Doing only 1,000 damage every burst against another Guncannon Aqua is doing even less against the Swimming Club that's literally everywhere in 350. Not to mention, it only does 17% stagger, so you're stopping no one until you hit 2 full volleys. Thanks to the low damage despite the buff, and even lower stagger, the main weapon is pretty much only better than Falcon's. But how about the other weapons? The other firing mode for the main weapon is the needle gun discharge. This one is a lot better because it comes with an instant stagger. Nope, despite its looks, it's not a shotgun. With only 5% stagger per hit, you're getting only 30% stagger on full hit. But every single pellet is an instant stagger. The new buff also improved its hitbox, making it even more reliable, so they're your best way to start an attack. Once you get the stagger, you need the follow-up, and that finally gets us to the star weapon of this Guncannon Aqua, the shoulder torpedoes. With the latest patch, the base damage of these torpedoes are increased from 225 to 300. That's an increase of almost a third! Firing up to 12 torpedoes in one go, that's now a total of 3,600 damage in less than a second. Trying to do the same on the miserable needle gun would take 3 volleys or around 10 seconds, but with this weapon, it's just the blink of an eye. To top it off, each torpedo comes with 10% stagger, so 10 out of 12 hits gets you an accumulated stagger, unlike the main weapon which seemingly never does. Not saying it's easy to get staggers with this weapon though. 10 hits out of 12 is still a lot, and you have to fire standing still, making you an extremely easy target to interrupt. The torpedoes are also slow on itself, making it only suitable for hitting enemies staggered or down. That's exactly when you want the biggest damage though, so I'm not complaining about that. But after all the buffs to each weapon, this mobile suit still feels lackluster. The damage on the torpedoes are high, but they're the only weapon that does any damage. Once they're on their 13-second reload, this mobile suit barely does anything. And it's not just in terms of damage, you have the same problem with staggers. Once the needle gun discharge is used, you have 8 seconds where the only way you can get a stagger is with the torpedoes. But you want to spend them on doing damage after getting a stagger, so you're stuck with pretty much nothing. Fortunately, we have a solution. Well, kind of. With the custom part Quick Reloader, we can reduce the reload time of every weapon on this mobile suit. So we're putting on not just the level 3 Quick Reloader, we're putting on every Quick Reloader part up to that. This way, not only do we get almost 3 seconds off the torpedo reload, but we also get a 6.5 second reload on the all-important needle gun discharge, our only instant stagger. You may be wondering why this mobile suit comes with such terrible weapons as a support type. It's not without reason. There's something about this mobile suit that you can't see, and quite literally in fact. With the skill Stealth level 2, this mobile suit is actually invisible on the enemy radar until you're within 50 meters of the enemy. This means it gets very little attention until you fire your weapon. And unlike the ag guys and ag guys roaming around, since the stealth on this mobile suit is at level 2, it takes anti-stealth level 2 to see through it. I don't think there's any mobile suit with that at 350. At the same time, this mobile suit comes with anti-stealth level 1, so it can reveal all the ag guys with their level 1 stealth while staying perfectly hidden from them. And since we're the support type and have observational data link, the ag guys aren't just revealed to us, it's revealed to our entire team. That's a huge information advantage we have over our enemy, at the cost of quite a severe firepower disadvantage. While we know where our enemies are, we still can't do much about them. Quick reloaders can greatly improve the situation, but it's still like using a fire extinguisher against a flaming inferno. You're not getting very far away. One last flaw in the design of this mobile suit is its level 2 aquatic mobile shooting. While underwater, you can fire on thrusters doing 8% more stagger per hit, but that's not where I like to be in 350. In many ways, this mobile suit is unfortunate, but at least no Gundam would appear out of nowhere blasting beyond the time. The latest minor buffs for this mobile suit may be small, but it's still better than nothing. Would appreciate a bit more stagger potential, but at least we're there in terms of damage with torpedoes. And while the impact this mobile suit brings leaves much to desire, one thing is for sure, it's good at not getting caught. The stealth and anti-stealth of this mobile suit is very helpful in gaining the information advantage, which you'll be grateful for once you've experienced getting butchered on a gun tank. That's it from me today. Also be grateful you're not going against a Grubro on an Aqua gym, and laters.